All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakar Kodash, and the Heavenly Father. The true name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Bahashem, in the name of Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names of the ancient covenant Hebrew, and I say Barak Thumb to the elders and apostles, Ba'akim, Ba'akwaf, and I say Shalom. And this is a Mark of the Beast of the M.O.T.B news updates as of May the 15th, 2026. You know, as we seen a couple of days ago, you know, they made that announcement because the brothers, elders, and apostles were occupied yesterday. I think it was like day before yesterday they did that, you know, that news update of the Mark of the Beast news updates about, you know, you had over there in London, you had the Prime Minister once again. He pushed forth the migration of this digital ID, and then King Charles over there in London, you know, he had the idea pushing forth to push forth this what you call this the migration of the digital ID scheme, to push forth that. So they're gonna push forth that in the parliament, in the next parliament, I believe. You know, because you know, the politics is kind of different over there in London in comparison in the United States. So they're gonna have in the next parliament, I believe, they're gonna have a potential vote on both sides that push forth this migration of the digital ID scheme. So that shows that ever since last year of May over here in America, they push forth this real ID. Now over there in the UK, now they pushing for this digital ID. So that shows that we're seeing these real ID, digital ID, Bitcoin, stablecoin, cryptocurrency. You know, the digital money, the digital dollar. You know, it's gonna be the digital coin, digital dollar, the digital money. You know, this central digital bank currency, because everything is digital nowadays. You know, we're entering more and more of a cashless society. We're entering more and more everything's digital. You know, with this technology. But this is the current world that we're about to currently enter into, because we're seeing it right now. More and more of a cashless society. More everything's being digital nowadays. Everything is used to be hard copyless. Everything used to be a hard copy, which are a hard full copy of your ID, your state ID, you know, your driver's license, your social security card, you know, even your birth certificate and all your personal information. Hey, that's gonna be all into one digital, because everything is digital nowadays. So it's gonna be a hard copyless, cashless, and so we're entering more and more that's digital. That's why they're pushing more and more towards this digital dollar and this digital coin, this Bitcoin, stablecoin, cryptocurrency, and that's going to be the final pushes to this being fully shown forth around the world among all the nations. Then pushing this Mark of the Beast, you know, because we're entering a time where we're seeing more and more of the modern day Mark of the Beast is increasing now that the King Charles over there in London pushing forth the increasing integration of the digital ID scheme over there in that region. Because this is going to be for people, it's going to be easy access to like sign up for like certain things in the country over there in London. Just like over here in America, they push forth that real ID. Because basically, like they have, like, it was an option. I believe it was like last year they had Apple made that announcement about if you don't have your physical ID on you, especially like if you are traveling, you can have like your passport ID into your phone. You know, because that'll be like you can scan it, like you can scan it. You can scan it to show your passport and make a payment as well too. You know, because you already reserved for your plane ticket and all that. You basically just bad online, you know. But like if they ask you like for more verification, you know, you need your real ID and you'll have it on your phone. They'll scan it through your phone. And this time around, now that we say everything is digital nowadays, they're gonna trans that from the digital phone. They got to push forward with this digital RFID chip. So in order to like travel, to like to go to like different countries or like different cities and different towns, like if you travel like on the airport, they have like if you got that your digital passport, they have that like as digital. Because, you know, everything is digital nowadays. So they're gonna push forward this. That's gonna lead to the Mark of the Beast. So this is a major prophecy. You know, that's about to come to pass the field, and that's what we're seeing more and more of this M.O.T.B. So, you know, I just want to add a side note to that. we're seeing all these countries, of these other nations around the world, entering more and more of this full integration of everything is going to be digital. Especially with this digital dollar, digital money, digital currency, alternatives to replace the paper dollar. Because the paper dollar that they got in their country, in their respective countries around the world, all the nations, that's going to be cashless. With this digital dollar and this digital coin. So the physical coin and the physical paper dollar is going to be the thing of the past. Now, as much as they trying to hold on to that currency, just like the United States, even though they fully banned the central digital currency, but that's going to lead towards more of the pushing. The most likely scenario of they leaning towards everything's being digital. That's why they use the digital stable coin, the cryptocurrency, to replace the paper dollar, especially the American dollar. Because as much as they try to hold on to the American dollar, hey, you got Nero 47. He had his own signature American dollar. Because I think he's having custom masks for 4th of July. This is supposed to be like the 250 year celebration of America, 250 years, coming up July the 4th. So the paper dollar, as we know, is going to be the thing of the past, because everything is going to be digital nowadays. We're starting to enter more and more of a cashless society and more of a digital society. But that's going to have options to on cross-border payments, online and offline, because these what you call digital cross-border payments, offline and offline options, and more alternatives to that as well too. So with this digital RFID chip, it's going to be coming to full effect, because this is going to be under this current B system, which is ruled by a man, because he ruled this current B system. That's why they pushing forth this new formal way of currency and new formal way of economy. That's why they pushing forth this digital infrastructure. So we seeing more and more of these smart cities, these modern day smart cities, 15-minute cities that's going to be implemented throughout the whole world among all the nations to integrate with this 15-minute cities, smart cities, integrate more and more of this cashless society, more and more integration of this digital dollar, digital ID, digital wallet, digital currency, real ID, digital passports, So everything is digital nowadays, and it's going to lead to the roads to the pushing of the market of the beast. This is going to be fully implemented among all the nations, and that's when that Revelation 3 verse 10 comes into play under this current beast system. Because if those don't worship His image and have that mark of the beast, they shall be, Revelation 13 verse 15, and then Revelation 14 verse 11 as well too. But I just want to add an additional side note to that. But ever since then, that the announcement been made from the Prime Minister over there in London. Because at first he had hold off. Because at first he had the idea that they was gonna, especially like last year, like a year and a half ago, almost close to 2 years now. Because he was in the processing stages of pushing forth the migration of this digital ID, and then he had hold it off for a second. He had hold it off almost for 2 years now. Now that it's back in discussion once again. Now this is going to be a full integration of the digital ID scheme, just like we had the real ID over here last year in May. Now they're pushing forth the digital ID over there in London. So that lets you know we're going to see more and more of these digital IDs, real IDs among all these nations around the world. So they definitely are in discussion about that. That's why they're choosing alternatives to replacing the paper dollar, because the paper dollar, as we know, is going to be a thing of the past. That's why the BRICS nations, which they formed in 2015, they're going to have their own form of currency, I believe. The next meeting that they supposed to have, I believe they was making an announcement like last year or as of recently that they're going to have their own form of currency. And with the alliance with these other nations, like Indonesia, these other countries, they was hip to the idea that they want to be part of the BRICS nations. Now that you got these other nations that are not depending on the American dollar no more. Now you do got some other nations that still allies with the United States. They still under the vibration of still integrating the the paper dollar, which is the greenback dollar from the United States. But after very soon, that's going to be a thing of the past, because they're going to have their own form of currency. They're going to be teaming up with the BRICS nations to overthrow the American dollar. And that's why you had Hero 47. He was kind of upset. I think was that last year. Ever since he had got back into the office, since his second term in his first year, he was threatening to use sanctions against the BRICS nations. So that lets you know these nations are turning away from the American dollar. They come with their own form of currency, and they're leaning towards everything, increasing alternatives to replace the dollar with this central digital bank currency. As I mentioned again, the digital dollar, digital ID, digital coin, Bitcoin, stable coin, cryptocurrency. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 13. Yeah, it's the book of Revelations, chapter, just like over there in Korea, I believe Bank of Korea, they pushing forth either stable coin or the pushing of a central digital bank currency. Because as of lately, we've been seeing these 130 plus countries around the world leaning towards central digital bank currency and other alternatives to replace their own form of currency, because the paper dollar is going to be a thing of the past. Because that's what we see in the future of money, Because you've been having these latest expos and these events that they've been showing. They've been sponsoring these other nations. They want to lean towards more and more, lean towards the future of everything's being digital, everything's being cashless. So we're leaning towards that direction. Hey, so the mark of the beast is definitely nigh at hand. This is Revelations chapter 13. Yeah, it's the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. It says that it calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free or bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads. Right, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads. This digital RFID chip that they want to implant inside your body for you to buy or sell. This is a revelation, because this is going to be implemented among all the nations around the world. This is going to be fully integrated with the mark of the beast. Because we're seeing it right now. There's a lot of people already took it already in these different countries, especially over there in different parts over there in Sweden. And then you had these smart cities, 15-minute cities. I think you might have some of them in here in the United States, because I believe one of the elder brothers had did a video of the elders or Aki did a video on that as of recently. So that shows that different parts of the United States, might see. I think like certain parts in the United States, they already got it, like some of the integrations of these smart cities, 15-minute cities. So, hey, some of these smart cities and 15-minute cities are already here. And then you have in these other different countries, they are in process of pushing forth towards that. So that's going to be what's the digital RFID chip and the mark of the beast is going to be including right along with that in these smart cities, 15-minute cities, more and more of a cashless society. So in order for you to buy or sell to get to point A to point B, a different mile radius, whatever case it may be, different mile radius, say like a 10-mile radius, you're trying to travel to that destination. And once you run out of money, you're gonna have to use your right hand or in your foreheads to scan it to make purchases, for you to travel. And so you're gonna have to pay just to like travel using the digital RFID chip. So this is the time we're about to enter into. This is gonna be the new norm. I think you had one of the it was a video, it was like a short clip, like from the World Economic Forum. You had one of the top CEOs, they was mentioned about like around 2029 and 2030. They said smartphones is gonna be the thing of the past. So that lets you know as the years progresses on, we're gonna enter more and more, everything's gonna be hard copies. Everything's gonna be digital. So digital RFID chip. This is Revelations, chapter 13, verse 17. It says, and that no man might buy or sell, say that he hath the charagma, or the name of the BSC, or the number's name. Right, so this is going to be fully implementing of the modern day mark of the beast, the digital RFID chip in order for you to buy or sell, so that no man might buy or sell, say that he hath the charagma. This is Revelation 13, verse 17. It says that no man might buy or sell, right? That no man might buy or sell around the world. This is going to be fully implemented among all the nations. But this is going to be integrated. It's going to be migrated among all the nations in order for you to buy or sell. And if you ain't got that digital RFID chip, that incision, that they want to incision your right hand or your forehead to buy or sell on this current beast system, and best believe you're going to be an outcast in today's society. Either you choose the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, or you choose the part of this current beast system. But this is going to be the new norm. So as that one of the top CEOs made that announcement at the World Economic Forum, he mentioned that like the smartphones, the iPhones and all that, and that's going to be the thing of the past. Because they're going to use It's crazy. They're gonna use your body as a communication with this digital RFID chip. So this is what we're about to enter into. But this is gonna be the new norm in the next couple of years. How the way things are going right now, it might be more sooner. It might be sooner than that. This is Revelations chapter 14 verse Revelation chapter 13 verse 18. It says, "Here is wisdom that can have understanding. Count the number of the BESC, righteous current beasts, which is ruled by man. For it is the number of a man, and his number is SIX, 303 score and SIX." And this is the book of Revelation chapter 14 and verse 8. It says, "And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she had made all the nations drink the wine of her fornication." Right, because she had made all the nations drink the wine of her fornication, even since this day. But this is a version out of Babylon in modern day times. This is a modern day spiritual tower of Babylon, because all the nations had drunk the wine of her fornication, still to this day. Revelation chapter 14 and verse 9. It says, "And the third angel followed, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receive it," Revelation chapter 14 and verse 9. It says, "And the third angel followed, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast in his image, and receive the corrupt in his forehead or in his hand." Revelations 14 and verse 10. It says, "The same shall drink the wine of wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out mixture, and his cup of his indignation. He should be turned fire brimstone, that's holy and precious lamb." Right, so if you had that mark of the beast, you're gonna hit fire brimstone and press holy and precious lamb. So that's where that Revelation 3 verse 10 comes into play as well too. That Revelation 13 verse 15, Revelation 14 verse 11, and Revelation 16 verse 1 to verse 2. And these are the times this is Revelation chapter 14 verse 11. It says, "And the smoke of that tongue is sitting forever and ever." It says, "They have no wrestling there now, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the corrupt name." Right, so whosoever receiveth the corrupt name, they will not see no wrestling there night. So this is just a prophecy. This was just a M.O.T.B news updates as of May the 15th, 2026 on this Friday. So hopefully this was edifying. Please still God worship of Yahweh Yahshua. So with that, I give all praise and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakar and the Heavenly Father. True name is Yahweh, and his only begotten Son, Bahashem, and the name of Hamashiach Yahweh. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, or the Holy tongue. And I say Barakatham to the elders, the apostles, Wa'akim, Wa'akwaf. And until next time, I would say Kwame Sharala in the Bible ball and Shalom.